Hello there, welcome back to the video. Today in this video we are going to build this Netflix dashboard from scratch. This is just a simple beginner level dashboard which I have built. So in this dashboard we can see the total shows by their type, the number of shows by year and the total number of directors by type. And here we can see a map, and in the map we can see the number of shows for every country. And here we can see the number of shows rating wise. At the top, I have added some cards to display the total shows, out of which how much were movies and how many were TV shows. And here I have added a simple slicer wherein we can select the movies, or we can also select a TV show. So the dashboard changes accordingly. I've also added year. So if you want to get the data for a particular year, you can get it from here. And also I've selected country. For example, if I'm selecting on Australia, the map will directly focus on Australia. If it is Bangladesh, then it will directly focus on Bangladesh. So that's how this dashboard is functioning correctly. So let's get started with the video. And first of all, what we will do is we will analyze the data. So let's move to the Excel file. So this is the data set which we will be using in order to make the dashboard. So let us understand every column of the data set. First of all, let me adjust the width of the columns. So let us apply the filter now. I will go to data and I will click on filter. So here the first column we can see that it is the show ID. So every show has been given some ID, and these ID are unique. There are no duplicates. Here we are having the type of the show. Here we are having the title of the show. Next, we have the director, how many directors have worked on the show. There may be one, there may be more than one directors. This is the entire cast. Next, we have the country. And for country also, we are having more than one countries. Next, we are having date added. When was the show added to Netflix? And here we are having when was the show released. So we are only having the release year. Rating. So these are the different ratings which are given to the shows. We are having the duration of the shows, and the duration is in minutes, and for some web series we are having number of seasons which are aired for the show. Next we are having listed in. So these where were they listed in which category. So these are the category we can see here. Next is the description of the show. So this is the entire description. Now let's see if the data which we are having, is it correct or not, because we also need to verify the data. If there are some NA values or null values or some date values in text value, then we will get error in data type. So we also need to verify that. So let me just have a look at it. So here we can only see the IDs. Next we are having the title, and we are only having two titles, movie and TV show. Next we are having the titles, and in titles you can see there are some years, there are some numbers, and next we have the titles. Next we are having the directors. So as we discussed earlier, there may be one, there may be more than one directors for a film, and we also have blanks for this. Next we are having cast. So cast will also be more than one records. Okay. Next we have the country. In country, here also we are having some blank records, and we are having more than one country. In date added, I have the date. Next we have the year. Let's see if there is some text value over here. No, there is not. Next, we have the rating. So these are the different ratings. Next, we have the duration. So these are the here also we have some blank values listed in. So here also we were not having any blank value. And last is the description. Now we'll import this file in a Power BI. Let's move on to a blank Power BI sheet. Let's click on this blank report and it will open an entire blank report for us. Now let's import the data set. So the data set which I will be providing also in the description, that data set is in the format of a CSV. So we will go to get data and here we have the option for text or CSV. I will click here. Here we have the data set. I will open it. It is establishing the connection. Now instead of loading, I will move to the transform data and we'll check some data types and some other issues. So here we can see issue number one, which is the header. So here the first row is not considered as a header. So we have this option to use first row as header. I will click here and it will get converted to header. Now what we will do is we will convert the date added to data type date. We will convert release year to whole number because here we are only having year values. Next, what we have, so there is no other data type that needs to be changed. Now what I will do is I will just click on close and apply to apply the changes. So this will load the entire data set now. So over 8,800 rows has been loaded. Let's go to the data view and see our tables. So this is our data set. Now let's get started with preparing the dashboard. First of all, what I will do is I will change the background color entirely and I will make it black. So here in canvas background, I have the color option and I will choose this black 20% lighter color and transparency I will make it 0. Now we are having entire black background. Let's get started with making the visuals. Now first what we will do is we will make the KPI, the card which we were having, and in order to make that we will need a measure. So I will create a new table in order to organize all my measures in a single table. I will name this table as measure underscore and I will load this table. So this practice of organizing all the measures in a separate table is very much useful. Now I will click on these three dots and I will click on new measure. So we will create this measure for total shows. Total shows is equal to calculate distinct count of show ID, close the bracket. Next we will calculate only the movies. MOVIES. Calculate distinct count of show ID Filter the table. The table name is Netflix, and I want to filter the column type where it will be movie. Click on enter. So this measure has been created. Now we will create another measure for TV shows. Calculate distinct count of show ID. Filter the table Netflix underscore title. Filter type where type is equal to TV shows. Now we will use this new card visual over here, and we will add all the three measures which we have created just now. Total shows, movies, and TV shows. Movies. Okay. So I think it is TV show. Let me check the spelling for that. It is show. Okay. We'll change it to show. Okay, so we are having our card ready. Now let's do some formatting. In layout, I only want these three. In cards, I want an accent bar. I will make it red color. Let me increase the width. Now coming to the background, I would like it to be the same as this background. Let's disable the background color now. The background has been disabled, and the call out value, I will have it in red. I will decrease the size 30, and for label I will have it in white, and I will use semi bold for this. Let me add background effect. So the borders, let me make a bit light, and let me add shadow. Shadow will also be light, and for borders, let's keep it outside and to the bottom right. And we also need to change the shape to rounded rectangle, and we can adjust the corners. So here I will keep it to 12. So here we can see the card has been added. So we can see the numbers as 9K, 6K, and 3K. So I don't want to see it like that. For that, what I will do is I will go to the values, and here I will have to select each and every value, and I will make this display units to none. So same I will do it for movies and TV shows as well. Display units none. For TV shows as well, display units will be none. Let's also add comma here. So for every measure, I will change the data format, and here we have the option for comma. For total shows also, I will select this option, and you can see when I'm selecting is a comma is appearing here. For TV shows also, I will select this. So the cards has been created now. Let's place it over here only. And now let's start working on the visuals. So the first visual which we will be building will be a donut chart. So let me add a donut chart over here. We will show the type of the shows by total show. So in legend, I will add type, and in value, I will add count of show ID. But again, we will have to do the entire formatting over here. So what I want is, I want all the fonts to be in white color. So let's go to the legends and go to the text. I want it in white. Let's go to detail labels, the values, and I also want this in white. Let's go to the effects, switch off this and enable this too. We'll have the visual border of a dark color and rounded corners of 12, and here also we'll have a shadow which will be a bit lighter. And let's make it inside. Coming to the title, I want it to be red and center aligned. Let's change the title to total shows by type. Total shows by type. I also don't want this title as type over here. So what I will do is I will switch off the title. So in order to change the theme, I want a reddish theme. So here we can see this blue and orange. I would like to change it, and I will directly change it from the themes. So here, in order to change that, what you will have to do is you will have to go to view, and you will have to go here, and we have the option to customize current theme. When you will click over here, you can change the theme from here. So here what I will do is I will change it from here. We'll add this one, and for color 2 I will add the second one. I will click on apply, and here we can see that the theme color has also been changed. Now similarly, I will create other charts as well. So the next chart that we would create will be a line chart, and we will show movies and TV shows by year. So I will just convert this chart into a line chart. We'll convert this into a line chart, and I will add here's an x-axis. So the release year will go over here. Similarly, on y-axis, I already have the count of show ID. Let's convert it to area chart. So this chart is looking much decent. And let's do some formatting again over here. Let's go to values and convert this to white. On y-axis also, let's go to values and convert it into white. So on x-axis and y-axis, I don't want the titles, as you can see over here. So let's turn it off for both x-axis and y-axis. Now the next chart that we would be creating would be a Again, a donut chart where we want the count of directors who have worked on making movies and TV shows. Again, I will copy this chart, and here what I want is I want type in legend, and in count in values I will have directors. So directors who are working, so I will have that count of directors. I will rename this to total directors, and this one I will make the type capital. So we are here, we have the total directors. Now I also want to display the total count of directors in a card in the center of the donut chart. So for that, again I will have to make a measure. So let's click on this three dot again, click on new measure, and here we have total director is equal to calculate distinct count of director. That's it. And I will add it in a card over here. I will add a card, and in that card I will have total directors. Let's turn off the category label. In effects, I will turn off the background. I will adjust the card length. I will go to call out value. I will decrease the size to less than 15. Let's go with 18. And color, I will again make it to white. Again, we would like to have a comma over here. I will select the measure and I will select this comma option. Comma has also been added. Now moving on to the next visual, which we would be like is total number of shows by rating. So again, what I will do is I will copy this one and I will paste it over here. And here I will add. So let's convert this one to stacked column chart. X-axis, I will add a rating. I will add it over here, and we already have the count of show IDs. So here we are displaying it by rating. Now next, the chart we will need to create is a map chart, and that chart doesn't come in Power BI by default. So this is this shape map chart. So in order to enable it, you will have to go to the settings. So let's move on to the settings. Click on this options and settings and go to options. It will open the setting pane, and here you have the preview feature under global. So you have the preview feature, and here there is an option to enable this shape map visual. So you have to enable this one in order to enable that chart, and then you can click on OK. So I've already enabled it, as you can see over here. I will just select this chart, and here I will add the country. So I will add the country in location. Okay, so there is a problem with this column. As you can see, in country we are having more than one countries in a single row. So in country, as you can see, we are having more than one records. So for simplicity of building this dashboard, what we will do is we will only consider the first country which is mentioned over here. And in order to do that, we'll have to move to the transform data. I will go to home tab and I will go to the transform data. So I will split this column on basis of the comma. So here I will go to add column and I will go to extract. And under extract we have different options, out of which I will have to select text before delimiter. I will click on text before delimiter and I will have to add the delimiter. What type of delimiter do I want? So I want comma and everything which will be appearing before comma. I only want those text values. I will click on OK. You can see here it is only considering the first record. And one thing you might be noticing is that here there is no comma. Here also there is no comma, and for India also there is no comma. But then also it has considered the entire text because it was not able to find the delimiter. That's why it has given all the text which was there in the column. So let me rename this to country underscore new. So the same issue we have with director as well. In director also we are having more than one columns. So what we will do is we will perform the same operation over here. We will go to extract and we will click on text before delimiter and we will select the comma over here. Click on OK. Another column has been added for director. So I will name it as director underscore new. Now let's close and apply and see the changes. Now we have added two new columns, director new and country new. So here we are already using the director. So I will change this to this director with director new. Let me rename it to director. And here in measure also, we will need to change the DAX. So here in total director measure, I will change this to director underscore new. So you can see there is a change in the count. Now let's move into this country and we can see that in the new country, we are having only one country. Now let's add this one to the map chart which we are having over here. So in map chart, in location, I will add this country new. And as you can notice that it is only showing us the America part. So you will have to go to settings and you will have to go to the map settings. And you have this option of map type where it will show different countries and different types. So for UK, you will see all the countries of the United Kingdoms. For Canada, you will see all the provinces. But as it can be seen here, there is no option for entire world map. So we'll go to the custom map and we will select a map. So I am having a JSON file in which I am having the entire world map. So I will just browse that one. I will click on this browse option. I have this option of country.json. I will give the link for this JSON file in the description as well. And as you can see here, we have the projection. And in projection, we are having three types. So this is equirectangular. Next, we are having Mercator. And last, we are having orthographic. So it converts it into a globe type. So I will go with Mercator. And in under zoom, I will go to or I will switch on the auto zoom function because the other Antarctica part we don't want that for this visual. And let's do some formatting for this as well. I will go to effects. I will switch off the background. I will turn on the visual borders and shadow. For visual border, I will go with this color, and rounded corners, I will make it 12. For shadow, I will go with again this color, and I will make it inside. And for title, I will name it as total shows by country, and the color I would like it to be red. Let's center align it. Okay, the formatting has been done. Now let's go to the fill colors. So here you can see that we are only having one color. So it is basically because we haven't added anything else over here. So let us add count of show ID in color saturation. So here you can see that the saturation has changed now, and now we will go to fill colors and we will change this setting. I will add this over here, and here I will add some lighter color, and for other parts which are blank I would like it to be white. So these are white, this is some dark color. So after seeing the chart you can see some dark portion. So all the alignments have been done now. Now what we will have to add is we just need to add the slicers and the title. So for slicers I will go to the slicer, I will add it over here, and in slicer I would like to have the show type, the year and the country. So here first I will select this type. Let's move on to some formatting. So it will be a style of drop down, and there will be option for select all as well. In values I will go, and I would like to have the background of the values at this light color, and in general I will turn off the background. And for the title, the slicer header, I would make it to white color. Let me adjust this. I'll just copy and paste this one to add others as well. So here I want the year, release year, RELEASEYEAR, and here I want the country. So I will use the country new column which we have created. Let me rename it to country. Now in order to adjust this, I will have to adjust this one first because it is taking lots of space. Let me decrease the size of the callout value for all. So let me make it 25, 23. Okay, 23 is looking great. Let me adjust the filters over here. There's still very less space for this. Let me adjust a bit more. I think this one is fine now. Okay, so I will just align it properly with equal space. For that, you need to go to format and go to align and click on distribute horizontally so it gets distributed horizontally properly. Align top also, so it has been aligned very perfectly now. And we are also having all our other visuals ready as well. Now we just need to add a title, so we'll go to insert and we'll go to image, and here I have the Netflix logo. So I will select this and I will adjust it at the top corner. So we are having our title as well now. Let me adjust this a bit more. The pie chart as well. I'll bring it a bit down. So we are having the movies, TV shows. We are having year and country as well. You can see a particular country and it will automatically focus to that country only. Brazil, so it will focus to only Brazil. So the map is also functioning properly and the tooltips are also there. Let's rename these things. I will rename it to show type and this to total shows. Here also I will name it to release year and this to total shows. Again here I will rename, it is already renamed. In country I will rename this to country and this I will rename to total shows. Here also I will make this capital R and on y-axis I will name it as total shows. So our entire dashboard is ready. So this was just a beginner level simple dashboard wherein what we were doing is we simply imported the data. First we validated the data from our end where there are some missing values or anything else. And then after importing the data and doing some transformations at the back end, we created this simple Netflix dashboard. But now you might be noticing that there are some blank values for this type, and here also we were seeing some blanks, and here also we are having blank in release year. In country also you can see some blank. So this blanks were there because we are already having this blanks in our Excel file. So if you don't want the blanks, what you can do is you can go to this filter pane and you can select, you can drag and drop this type over here and for filter on all pages. And as you can see there that we are only having one record for the blank, so I will just unselect it. So you can see it has been removed from here as well. And I will again go to release here. I will add it over here. I will select the filter type as basic filter, and here we can see there is no blank because I guess the blank was for this type which was having one record with blank. Let's also go to the country, and here we are having many blanks, so let's pick this up. Country new, I will just drag and drop it over here, and here we are having 833 record, so I have removed this as well. So you can see now we are not having any blank values because we have just handled it and removed those values from the filtering pane. So I guess you have learned this entire process of building this simple dashboard, which is a beginner level dashboard. And if you really liked this video and enjoyed this entire learning process, do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching the video. And if you are really very interested in learning building this dashboard from scratch, So every week I publish a new wood video for that. So keep an eye on my channel. Thank you very much once again.